So welcome you all to the Teapreneur Game Plan workshop. Hope the screen is clear. As I told, I might ask you to type a lot of keywords in the session. Yes, to make it as a more interactive session, so please do that. All right. Awesome. So my name is Suresh Radhakrishnan. I'm a serial entrepreneur with 15 years of experience into different industries, into F&B, into training, into hospitality. Yes, so today we're going to talk about business models. What are the different types of business models? What are the types of revenue channels that we have? And what is a mindset that you need to have as an entrepreneur? Okay, and what are the key points specifically with regards to this workshop? And then the goal setting part. Yes, awesome. So first, I would like to welcome you all to the world's largest and leading ecosystem for modern tea outlets. Some of you might think, is this guy exaggerating things? I'm really not exaggerating. We are the only ecosystem, we are one of the leading ecosystem for aspiring teapreneurs. If you're really serious enough to start a modern tea outlet, then we are the only community who can rely upon. And we are a family of 3,500 plus teapreneurs. The time that I'm talking to you, we are a family of 3,500 plus teapreneurs. And if you could see, these are our silver and gold member brands. There are different tiers, there are different levels of memberships, which I will be talking about it at the session 5, during the session 5 live session. Okay, so these are our silver and gold member brands. Tea Go, Chai Hood, Lakh's Cafe, Tea Tuckers, Teapot Cafe, That Coffee Joint, Tea Queens, Tea Nagas Cafe, Coffee Cat, Chai Joy, Chai Avenue, Madras Mavericks, Tea Types, Chai Castle, Tea Tribe, and a lot of brands. When I say world's leading, yes, I really mean it. We're globally present. Our members have opened outlets across India and also in countries like Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and a lot of countries. Middle East, there are a lot of outlets in Middle East, Muscat, Sharjah, Dubai, and a lot of places. Yes, awesome. So as I told you, I'm a serial entrepreneur with 15 years of experience. I'm the founder of a brand called Chai Kant. We are a chain of tea outlet brand in Tamil Nadu with more than 15 outlets. And why am I doing this? Fail fast, learn fast. I'm someone who strongly believes you should make a lot of failures. You should encounter a lot of failures so that you can learn from those failures. If you think that you will necessarily not fail, there are less than 1% chance that you will succeed without failure. Okay, you will come across a lot of failures, but learn from those failures. I did that in the second venture. My first venture was into training and previously into hospitality. I never learned from those failures. It took me a lot of time. Why am I doing this? Why do I need to start a community like this? Because of a simple reason. Let people not repeat the same mistake which I have done. I have gone through tough times when I started. I burnt money. I wasted a lot of time and effort. If I can share my learnings and create a community like this, and you can also learn from other members. And that's why I call it as an ecosystem, a complete ecosystem. So you need not go through the same mistake which somebody else have gone through. Let people not repeat the same mistake which I have done. That's the thought process. And my purpose in life is to create impact through entrepreneurship. All of us have purpose in life. They call it as a reason for being, isn't it? So my reason for being in this world is to create impact through entrepreneurship. Be it starting a business, creating a franchise, or running a community like this. I don't just speak, the results speak. If you look at all of our member outlets, right? A lot of people laughed at it when I started. Is it even possible to make people start tea outlets by giving them digital learning? Yes, it is possible today. The results are in front of you. Why? 80% of the mistakes that people do are very, very common mistakes. 80% of the mistakes that people do are very, very common mistakes. When you start a business, when you start a new business, a new startup, you will encounter a lot of difficulties in setting things right. And most of the mistakes that people do are very, very common mistakes. Let's take an example of tea outlet. Be it location selection, be it menu design, be it interior design, be it maintaining your food cost, be it designing your business model, be it analyzing your competitors. Somebody else would have gone through that, isn't it? You've already got those learnings, but there isn't any ecosystem to support. And our ecosystem is the answer to that. You can learn from that. Yes. Super. So that's the reason I'm doing this. And more importantly, watch the video till the end. Attend the session till the end. Okay. Some people might think 1 hour is too much for me. I cannot attend the 1 hour session. So what I would suggest, you may increase the speed to 1.25 or 1.5x, depending on your learning ability. All right. And attend all the 5 sessions. Each of the session will be 45 minutes to 1 hour. So I would kindly request to attend all the sessions. Some of you might be entrepreneurs. You might have got a bit of these learnings earlier in your businesses. But I will guarantee you that you will get at least one spark before you complete all the sessions. Be it menu design, be it business models, be it location selection, or be it USP or anything. Be it how to select the tea powder, I guarantee that you will get at least one spark, a life-changing spark, before you complete all the sessions. So please do not skip any of the sessions. If you have a strong goal, if you have a dream, right? If you want to pursue the dream, then you need to get into action. If you want to get into action, first understand that. First learn that. We need to understand the business, isn't it? Only then we can execute. So now that you're in the understanding phase, you're in the learning phase, please do that. Please do that with discipline. Yes? Yes. So note down key points. Have a notepad and a pen. Please note down key points. Mention your learnings and questions in the comment section. Okay. If you have any queries, if you have any questions, please mention that in the comment section. Complete daily exercises. You will have daily exercises. Every day you will have one small exercise. It will not take more than 10 minutes, trust me, but it will make a lot of difference. Doesn't mean that you need to perfect that exercise. You can rewrite those documents, be it goal setting or be it creating a menu or be it anything. You can always recreate that. You can always modify that. But let this be the first version. All right. So watch the video till the end, attend all the 5 sessions, note on key points. If you don't have the habit of writing it on a notepad or on a diary, please note on that on your laptop. I would suggest you attend this from a laptop, not from a mobile. Right? Mention your learnings, questions in the comments. Complete daily exercise. Is this clear? Is this clear so far? Type KP in the comments, please. Type KP, key points in the comments, please. If this is clear so far, so that we can move on to the next part of the session. Type KP, key points in the comments, please. Super, super, fantastic. Now, before we understand the business model, before we talk about business models, revenue channels, we need to understand what is the opportunity for us and what's your goal? What do you want it to do? Are we really clear about how we wanted to pursue this opportunity? Okay, a lot of you might think it is a tea outlet. You would have gone through this ad on Facebook. It might have shown you a lot of times. And some of you might have registered on a very curious note to try and understand what exactly this workshop is all about. Okay, so opportunity is huge in front of us. So talking about modern tea outlet, what is modern tea outlet? Okay, all of us know tea outlet. Yes, I strongly believe entrepreneur is a problem solver. You always need to select businesses where you can solve problems for people. If you can solve problems for people, people will happily pay you. And that becomes a sustainable and a profitable business. Right? There are different kinds of businesses. Right? One is a lifestyle business. It could be a trading business where you buy a product and then you sell it at a margin. Okay, so brand need not be, you're trading someone else's product. Okay, that's a complete lifestyle business. You're not solving any problem there. Mostly you're not solving any problem there. Right? Let's talk about modern tea outlet. What are the problems in front of us? When you go to a tea outlet, what are the problems that you encounter? Can you type that in the comments, please? These are basic problems that we come across every single day. Yes, I really mean it. I want you to type what are the problems that you encounter. If you go to a tea outlet, you would have faced a lot of difficulties. Yes, cleanliness, it's not clean. Manpower is not standardized. Quality, taste, yeah, unhygiene. Product quality, yes. Family doesn't want to spend time there, exactly. Family doesn't want to go there. Behavior of staff sometimes. They don't have empathy towards customers. Yes, cleanliness. They don't maintain taste, consistency. Yes, environment. Environment may not be great. Yes, quality doesn't same every time. Yeah, I told about consistency. Yes. Taste and ambience. Yes. Ambience and hygiene. Yes. You better know this, right? You're well aware of what are the problems with respect to normal tea shops. I have huge respect for local tea shops, local chai walas. But we have a huge problem to be addressed. Right? I'm not sure how many of you know this. Tea is the second largest consumed beverage in the world. Second largest consumed beverage in the world, which means market opportunity is huge. It can take a lot of brands. Okay, so we were talking about clean and hygiene. It's not clean. If you look at a normal tea shop, clean and hygiene is a question mark. Right? And especially post-pandemic, a lot of us, we give preference to safety and hygiene, cleanliness, very important. The next is, as I told you, priority on safety, right? Do they follow safety standards with respect to food preparation or keeping the environment clean? It's a question. It's a very big question. Quality and consistency, as you guys told, using inferior products, and the taste is not consistent. Every single day it keeps changing. An inconvenience. Family cannot go to a tea shop. Women cannot go to a tea shop and have tea because of inconvenience, smoking factor. Yeah. Lack of unique varieties. If I wanted to try out a different variety, let's say if I wanted to have a saffron tea or a cardamom tea or a ginger cardamom or a lemon ginger or a chamomile tea or a peppermint tea or a green tea, there is no option for us, isn't it? If you go to a local tea shop, you might find one or two varieties, right? It is not exciting for people to have tea at the outlet. Yes. So lack of variety is another issue. So these are all the problems in front of us. Now, what is the solution? This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. This was one article that was covered just a few months back. And even I gave an intercept for this article, right? And one of our gold member Nandini also gave an intercept for this article. And especially pandemic, why there were a lot of tea outlets that came up. Yes, so people are focused on clean and hygiene. Why? Tell me honestly, post pandemic, if you want to order food from a restaurant, are we really looking at clean and hygiene before ordering? Are we really thinking twice? Will the food be really good enough? Will the food be really hygiene if I order from this restaurant? If there is a premium, let's say 50 rupees, 100 rupees, are you willing to pay and get the food? Yes. Are we conscious about ordering food? Yes, prior to pandemic, we never had this consciousness amongst a lot of customers, right? Now that after pandemic, we always think if you go to a place, whether this place follows safety standards, whether this place is clean and hygiene. Type CL, if you focus on clean and hygiene before you decide to go to a place, food outlet especially, type CL, if you're focused on safety and hygiene. Yes, I want you to type yes. Exactly. And that's the opportunity. If you look at, okay, how do I explain it, put it in a very, very simple format. Okay, take salon as an example, parlor as an example. Before 15, 18 years, we never had the concept of salon. People used to call it as barber shops. Yes. Now the complete industry is transformed. Even you take a neighborhood salon. I'm not just talking about brands like Naturals, Green Trends, Tony and Guy, or other brands. I'm talking about even neighborhood salons have been transformed to a modern salon. They used to call it as barber shops. Today there are no barber shops. Yes or no? How many of you observed this? You could never find the word barber shops these days. Yes, you can only find some high-tech salon, some parlor. Yes, because see, once the trends get changed and when people evolve, your financial things evolve. You want a better lifestyle, isn't it? You want better food, you want better clothes, you want better facilities, you want better grooming, you want to have better food, everything. Yes, when you evolve, things around you will also evolve. That's a fact, right? If you look at local tea shops, the market is really huge. In Tamil Nadu alone, there are about 10 lakh tea outlets. Think of it in other states. If you look at modern tea outlets, it's very, very less. And that's the reason post-pandemic, it's not just with metros alone. If you look at tier 2, tier 3, a lot of our members have opened outlets in tier 2 and tier 3. They're making really, really good sale. You have customer acceptance in tier 2 and tier 3 cities as well. So it's not just with metro alone. And that's the reason there's a huge demand in the space. And that's the opportunity in front of us to solve the problems of clean, hygiene, quality, and consistency. And I'm going to help you guys in making it as a profitable business, like other members have done it. Yes. How many of you are ready to get into action? How many of you understood the opportunity? Yes, I also wanted to start a business which can get regular income. I'm going to talk about it on session 5, how it can get you regular income. Why tea shop, tea outlet, modern tea outlet is a profitable business. There are a lot of reasons to it. You know the answers, but I will touch base on that. Yes, type action. If you wanted to get into action, if you wanted to start a low investment food business and make it as a profitable business, type action in the comments, please. Type action in the comments, please. Awesome. Great to know that a lot of you wanted to start and make it as a profitable business. Okay, once you decide to start, do you want to start a single outlet or a chain of the outlets. So you need to fix that goal from day one. What is it I wanted to do? Right? Be very clear about your goal. If you wanted to start one outlet, make it as a sustainable business. Yes, that can also be done. Right? Make it as a brand, run it in a sustainable manner. No, I wanted to start chain of the outlets. I wanted to make 10 outlets, 20 outlets, 50 outlets, 100 outlets. Yes, it is still a good idea. Yes. So do you want to start own stores or franchise this model? Decide on all of these things. Do groundwork, get the support from our community, do this groundwork and understand what fits you. Okay. So let's take an example of Chai Jai, one of our member who runs this brand called Chai Jai. It's a Hyderabad-based brand. They've got more than 15 outlets pan-India. Right? They're branching out fast. They're scaling out fast. So if your plan is to do something like this, yes, it is feasible to do that. The next is another member brand, Tea Types, which is also based in Andhra. They've got more than 50 outlets, 50 outlets, and they're scaling pan-India. And if you look at, there are a lot of brands that are coming up. You might have this question, how can market take a lot of brands? Let me tell you, you do research, you do the simple research. You go to a high street, you go stand on a high street, on a busy street. You count the number of tea shops that you have on that road. You might find tea shops, adjacent tea shops, very nearby tea shops. Both will be crowded if they're really doing good. I'm not sure how many of you observe this. Even if there is competition in the space, if you're doing really good, if you have the right location, if you have the right menu, if you have the right product, you will attract people. Yes. So don't think about it's a crowded, it's still not crowded, right? So as I told, we are a tea drinking nation. It's the second largest beverage in the world. So opportunity is really, really huge. Okay. And what is your sales target? Do you want to make 3 lakh per month, 4 lakh per month, 5 lakh or 10 lakhs per month? Opportunity is there to make good money out of this business. Yes. So that's with respect to opportunity and what's your goal. This is clear. Type OPP if this is clear so far. Type OPP if this is clear so far. Super, super. Now, what is Teapreneur game plan? What is the roadmap for the next 5 days, for the next 5 sessions? Okay, here comes the agenda. The first session will have business model revenue channels. It will be a session on business model revenue channels. Second session will be on customer segments and competitor analysis. Third session will be on budget and menu plan and SOP, standard operating procedure. You will have few tea recipes that you can implement in your tea outlet. Fourth part of the session will be on location selection. And fifth part of the session will be on how to select the best tea powder. And also about million rupee tea model. How can you make 10 lakh in sale by using the million rupee tea model? And then the gold and silver membership. So that's about weekday. If you're in the weekend batch, then this is your schedule. So weekday will have 7 to 8 every day. Weekend will have Friday 7 to 8, Saturday 10 to 11, and Saturday 7 to 8, Sunday 10 to 11, and Sunday 7 to 9. Right? And these are the topics. So session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4, and session 5 agenda. Yes. Awesome. So what is your objective? Fix your objective. Right? And our objective of this workshop to make you launch your profitable tea outlet in the next 30 days. I'm going to give you a complete roadmap. I have a roadmap sheet called Launch Your Profitable Tea Outlet Roadmap, which I will be taking you through on session 5, right? Step by step. Yes. And this is a community of aspiring modern teapreneurs, as I already told you, right? So we are a community of more than 3,500 teapreneurs. And these are our success stories, right? I was talking about our silver and gold member brands. If you look at this picture, these are all the brands that our members have started. So this is a privileged Teapreneur Achievers Club interview that our members do. Once you start tea outlets, then once you join the next level membership, then you will also be featured in the Teapreneur Achievers Club. So you can also go watch their interview on my YouTube channel, right? Just type Suresh Radhakrishnan, go to my channel and go to playlist Teapreneur Achievers Club. Just learn from them how they started. It will be inspiring to learn from a lot of people, right? People from humble background, people from who was working and then was a first generation entrepreneur without any experience, with very, very lean money, how they started, how they are running it successfully. It will be inspiring. It will be motivation for a lot of people to start and making it as a profitable business. Right? So that's the roadmap with respect to Teapreneur game plan. And before we talk about the different types of business models, I need to touch base on mindset. The technical things that are involved in business, anybody can learn. I've seen a lot of people with so much of talent, so much of skills, but still talking about their business plans for a very, very long time. Right? You might have a goal, you might have a dream. The thing is that you need to have the right mindset. How many of you believe this? Yes, right mindset is the key to success. Taking action is the key to success. Type MS if you feel you need to have the right mindset. You need to prepare your mind really well to take on, to get into entrepreneurship, to start a business. All of us have dreams, isn't it? Type MS if you really think, yes, I need to have the right mindset. I need to have a positive mindset. I need to have the mindset to accept failures, learn from the failures, and implement those learnings in my business. Awesome, awesome. So these are the old belief system. When people keep talking about it and then they don't get into action, they tell this reason: I am not ready yet. You're never ready yet, let me tell you. A lot of people believe in astrology. They think the right time has to come, right? I know you will have a lot of commitments. I clearly understand your commitments. But there is never a wrong time to start a business. If you think you're not ready yet, you will never be ready, let me tell you. If you think you need to learn 100% and then get into business, no. Even this community, it will help you to understand the knowledge that is required to start a business. But execution, you will have to do it. If you think you will still need to learn, you will still need to understand a lot of things and then launch. If you keep procrastinating, you will never start. Please remove that mind block. I am not ready yet. I'm not ready yet financially. I'm not ready yet mentally. My parents didn't approve. My spouse didn't approve. My friends didn't approve. You cannot get 100% support from all of these people. Let me tell you from my experience. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 11 years now. If you want to make everybody happy, you can never be happy. How many of you relate with me on this? Type relate in the chat box. Type relate in the comments, please. If you want to keep everybody happy, you will never be happy. If you have a goal, if you wanted to start, you need to start. You need to start somewhere. It might be philosophical, but yes, that's the truth. When I started my first business, my dad told that you will fail. I said, I will definitely fail. I will learn from that failure. Yes. So please remove that mind block. You need to convince, if you have the conviction, when you reach success, people will accept. But nobody will come when you fail. But people will join when you succeed. Isn't that's a fact? You need to accept the fact. Yes. So please remove this mind block. I am not ready yet. I don't have money to start. Let me tell you, money is the last problem to solve. You have a lot of options to bring in money, be it friends or family, be it through bank loans, be it your own savings, or be it angel investment. There are a lot of options for you to raise money. The key lies in your execution. Are you ready to execute? Do you have the skill set to execute? Do you have the necessary stamina in terms of withstanding that, will to execute that business? That matters a lot. Money doesn't matter. Of course, money is a problem to solve. I'm not denying that. But a lot of people think, I don't have money, I cannot start. Right? People think that is the only issue, that is the only problem. If you think like that, please remove that. Product will sell itself. A lot of people think, how do I promote my business? How do I talk so proud about my business, my product? If you don't talk proudly about your business, who will talk? Who will talk? If you don't shamelessly sell your product, who will sell? If you're starting a business, please have this mindset. When I was a working professional, I had this mindset. I will never talk about my business. I will never talk about the uniqueness of my business. As a small business owner, you are the brand first. People will only trust you before they trust your brand. Yes or no? From your experience, you would have seen a lot of small business owners. You will trust that guy, you will trust that business guy, whether he is transparent, whether he is trustworthy, and then only you will trust their product or service. As a small business owner, your personal brand is very, very important. If you don't have the mindset to sell, a lot of us get aversion towards selling. When we get calls from a credit card company, we blast at them. Sometimes we are not even kind to tell them we are not interested. Okay, we get annoyed by getting sales calls, especially when you are a working professional, right? Do we have empathy towards those sales people? End of the day, when you start a business, you should sell. Sales is a process. If you don't make sales, you will not get cash flow. You will never get cash in your business. If you don't get cash, you will never make profits. If you don't make profits, you will not make money. Very simple. So product will sell itself. It will never sell itself. You need to make a lot of noise. And making massive money is bad. People have this thinking. Right from the childhood, we've been taught to not to make huge money. If you make more money, you create wealth for yourself and also for others. If you start a business, you employ 20 people tomorrow, 4 people in a family, you feed 80 people directly. That's the huge impact. You create wealth for them. You create wealth for your vendors. You pay them, isn't it? You pay taxes. You're directly helping the economy to grow. Very simple. I'm not exaggerating. It's a very simple logic. So have this mindset. Making massive money is not bad at all. Okay. And it's not a quick rich scheme. A lot of people jump into this and, okay, it's a 100-meter dash. I quickly wanted to run and make money. No. It is going to be a marathon. See, I am an entrepreneur here. I'm not just a coach here to give you all of this quick rich scheme things here. You need to work. You need to have commitment. Right? It's like a marathon. You will face difficulties at every single stage. But are we prepared for that? That's a question. Yes. And what business are we in? We are in the business of making people energized. We are not just selling tea. We have a huge responsibility when we are in food business, and that too with tea. I'm not sure how many of you experienced this. Sometimes you would have skipped your meal. You would have had 1 cup of tea that would have that would have made you hold for the next 2-3 hours. How many of you experienced this? Type EXP if you've experienced this. You wouldn't have had meal on the day, but you would have had one cup of tea, right? That would have hold you for the next 2-3 hours. You would have concentrated on work. That would have made you energized. Yes, exactly. We are in the business of making people stress-free. How many of us have thought like this? When we are with so much of pressure, when we have so much of work pressure, you quickly wanted to go have a tea break and come. We get refreshed. Yes or no? We get refreshed. Exactly. We are in the business of making people healthy. Tea, if had in a proper proportion, it is a healthy drink. There is no doubt about it. Anything which is too much is not good for health. It is not just with tea. Tea is definitely a healthy product. No doubt about it. Yes. So systems don't fail, people fail. If you wanted to make it as a profitable business, create it as a system-oriented business, not as a manpower-oriented business. I mean, manpower-dependent business. Please learn the fundamentals and then invest your hard-earned money. Do not jump into it. Right? I'm really happy that I'm able to create a lot of impact because I lost 25 lakhs in the first 1.5 years of starting my business. But I'm able to save a lot of time, effort for people. People need not go through the same phase which I went through. I took a lot of time, effort to create a lot of systems in my business. Now that is helping a lot of people. It would have taken you 6 months for you to create one system. Now that you could learn that in just 5 minutes, right? Systems don't fail, people fail. Procrastination is the enemy of success. Please don't procrastinate. If you decide that you wanted to start, get into action. And action is a fundamental key to all success. Yes. And growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Please have this in mind. Failure is an opportunity to grow. Please be prepared to face challenges. Right? I'm not threatening you guys. Let me tell you, I'm being very, very practical here. Yes. So a lot of people tell you this. They don't talk about failures. They don't talk about difficulties. But I tell them, let's be prepared. Let's be aware. Let's be conscious of what we will face in the future. Right? So because it's a very long-term thing. It's not a short-term thing. It's not a quick scheme. Yes. Awesome. So that's about mindset. How many of you have a clear mindset? Yes, I have a clear mindset now. I have clarity towards things now. I'm confident about starting a business. Type CON if you're really confident about starting and you have a clarity in your mindset. Type CON. Awesome. Awesome. Super. Coming to the 6 types of business models. Okay. Before that, what exactly is a business model? Let me put it in a very, very simple format. What exactly is a business model? Business model, in simple terms, what product or service you're trying to sell. In our case, it is going to be tea. Okay. Along with tea, what is it you're going to sell? Okay. You want to make it as a short teats and a tea outlet. Right? What is it you wanted to do? What product you wanted to sell? To whom are you trying to sell this product? To whom are you trying to sell this product? Which means, who is your customer? Okay, some of you might have this question. So people who wish to drink tea will be my customer. No, fail. You need to understand your customer segments, which I will take you through during the session 2. But please have in mind, you need to have a clear customer segmentation. Right? So I will take you through that in detail. But now understand who's your target customer. And third, at what price point you wanted to sell this product. Right? And what is a delivery channel? Is it going to be, there are going to be different types of business models, as I told you. different types of retail formats, in which format you wanted to sell. As simple as that. Okay. So now coming to the 6 types of business models. First is the kiosk model. Kiosk is typically done in a 8x8, in a 10x10 space, which means 64 square foot, 100 square foot space. Yes, in a very small place. Placements like in front of malls, in front of tech parks, near to a very, very crowded shopping area, on high street, where you get very, very high footfalls, where people come, quickly grab, and then leave. Okay, you may not be able to provide seating space here unless you don't have a bigger space in front of the kiosk. Okay, but you can have standing tables outside. Okay, so typically it could be done between 64 square foot to 100 square foot. It could be inside malls, inside tech parks, or outside malls, outside tech parks, right? Where you have the space where your footfall is really, really good. Okay, and the menu, when it comes to the menu, please have limited menu items. Do not have too many menu items, be it tea varieties or be it snack, because the space is very small. For people to prepare food items, it requires a slightly bigger space if you have more menu items. So have a very, very lean menu if you are thinking about a kiosk model. Maybe 3-4 varieties of tea, or up to 6-7 varieties, not more than that. Yes. And manpower required 2 to 3, because you cannot have more people to stand inside. And what is the expected sale? You could expect 8,000 to 12,000 rupees per day. So this is a average number. I know a lot of kiosks which makes more than 20,000 rupees per day. Again, depends on the footfall. Depends on the operating hours. Let's say some of these kiosks in a very heavily crowded area, which they open the kiosk at 4 o'clock in the morning and close it at 12 o'clock in the night. Right? Definitely they'll be doing much more bigger volumes. Right? So this is a very these are all average ballpark numbers, right? But definitely you should be able to make the sale when it comes to a kiosk. And when it comes to snack, you cannot have too many freshly prepared snack like sandwiches, wraps and rolls and things like that. There will be a display where you can go with prepared snack, which can be kept in the shelf, display shelf, and then sell it across. Okay. So that's with respect to kiosk. Second is the QSR. What is QSR? Quick service restaurant. QSR is quick service restaurant. So typically, you can set up a QSR in 300, 400 or 500 square foot up till 600, 700 square foot, depending on your area, depending on the requirement. Okay, so people in Bangalore, you might have seen Chai Point, right? Where they will have more varieties of tea, and plus you could introduce freshly prepared snack like preparing sandwiches or wraps and rolls or parathas, right? Where you can allocate separate space for the snack preparation, and also varieties. You can have more varieties when it comes to a QSR. And the advantage in QSR is, right, you could allocate good number of space for people to sit and have tea, or have ledges, or stand, have tea there. Minimal seating, chairs and tables, and have ledges on the wall. Right. So that's with respect to QSR. Manpower required would be 4 to 5 resources. An expected sale, you can make 12,000 to 20,000 per day. You should be able to make more than this. Again, as I told you, it's a very just an average ballpark figure, but depends on the volume. I know a lot of outlets make 30,000, 40,000 rupees per day, and again depends on the particular location. Yeah. And cafe. Third business model is cafe. It's kind of a upmarket thing where you can do this cafe in 1,000 square foot, 1,500 square foot. I'm not sure how many of you know this brand called Chayos. It's a Mumbai-based brand. They are there in Delhi and all over India now, right? So when you look at the price point, when you look at kiosk, you can charge between 10 to 15 rupees or 20 rupees depending on the location. Okay, and QSR you can charge between. It can even start with 10 rupees if you're in a tier 2, tier 3. If you're in a metro, it should be above 15-20 rupees, right? And that's the price point specifically. And if you look at a cafe, you can sell upwards of 70 rupees, 100 rupees, 150. You can compare that with kind of CCD model, cafe coffee day model. Okay, and very importantly, people come down to cafe for experience than the product. Okay, so you need to provide good seating, good ambience, good interior. Okay, so where people can come spend 30 minutes, 1 hour. It could be a meeting place more than the eating place, right? But still, your food has to be superior. But then I'm just telling you, priority will be on the ambience, interior, because people come for experience. And of course, food has to be good, no compromise on that. Yes. And as I told you, 800 to 1,500 square foot space will be required. Manpower required is 4 to 5. Expected sale, you can make 18,000 to 30,000 rupees per day. Yes. And this again, the average number that I've given. Chai on wheels is chai truck. Okay. It's a fancy thing that a lot of people do. But I would say if you're looking at chai truck or chai bike, always look for locations where you have a proper rental agreement. Do not park it on the street or on the main roads without license. If your state has a hawker's license, get proper hawker's license. HAWKER. HAWKER, hawker's license, and then use that license to run this. Okay. So if your state doesn't provide this, then look for a space where you pay rental, where you have a rental agreement. Instead of a kiosk or setting up an outlet, you are placing this chai bike or chai truck. Yes. And you cannot have more people to manage because it's a very small outlet. It could be done on an e-bike or a truck or a three-wheeler bike like this. Manpower required might be 1 or 2, not more than that. You will have very minimal varieties. Mostly it could be prepared items. Even tea could be prepared somewhere in a near cloud kitchen or a hub and spoke store. You can bring that to the location and then sell it. That could also be done if it's an e-bike. Or if you're preparing there, go with 1 or 2 varieties. Don't go with more varieties if you're targeting, if you're looking at chai on wheels concept. Expected sale, you can make 6,000 to 10,000 rupees per day. And again, it's a very average number. You can still do more than this depending on the location. Okay. So that's with respect to chai on wheels. Cloud kitchen. Okay. When it comes to cloud kitchen, I don't recommend you to just start a cloud kitchen brand. I recommend you to have a hybrid model. I'm going to talk about it. Have a retail outlet and then do a Swiggy, Zomato listing. You could start a snack brand. Let's say if you have 3-4 outlets, then you're starting a cloud kitchen in another area where you have good delivery volumes. That is also good. But to straight away to start with cloud kitchen, I wouldn't recommend. You need to do a lot of branding and spend on advertisement if you're looking at cloud kitchen, because economics doesn't work well in just a cloud kitchen tea outlet. Okay, so but anyways, I've explained how you could do that in 100 to 200 square foot space in a very remote residential location. You can do that. Or there are companies like Kitchen Center and a lot of companies where they give you kitchen spaces, tying up with a lot of brands. You can take a small space there. It could be single brand, means you can have your tea outlet brand, multiple brands. What is multiple brand? Let's say you have a tea outlet brand and start another snack brand. Let's say a sandwich brand. You can list all your sandwich menu there, or wraps and rolls, or you start a milkshake brand, right? So that your unit economics. I will talk about unit economics on day 3. Unit economics is basically how your profit and loss thing works. Yes. Manpower record is again 2 to 4. Expected sale 10,000 to 20,000 rupees per day, depending on the location and volume. Hybrid model, I told you, right? Hybrid model is having a retail outlet, let's say a kiosk, QSR, or a cafe, and a cloud brand. Let's say you have your retail tea brand, and then you can launch a sandwich brand. But you need not have branding at the retail outlet, but it will be a cloud dark kitchen brand. It could be momos, it could be wraps and rolls, it could be anything. It could be even a Maggi brand. Okay, so have both listings in Swiggy, Zomato, and then you will get sales from both the brands. So that's also one good model. Manpower required is 3 to 4. Still, you can increase depending on the volume. Expected sale is 10,000 to 20,000 rupees per day. It could change depending on the model. Yes. So we saw about kiosk, QSR, cafe, chai on wheels, cloud kitchen, hybrid model. Now tell me, what kind of a model that you wanted to start? Can you type that in the comments, please? I would like to understand. Okay, you need not finalize it right now, but then as per your understanding as of now, please type that in the comments, please. What is your interest? Super. Kiosk, chai on wheels, hybrid, QSR on wheels, chai on wheels, small QSR, kiosk, QSR. Awesome. Awesome. Super. Now coming to the revenue channels. Super. B2C. What is B2C? B2C is business to consumer. Okay. So of course, T outlet is B2C. Okay. But you can also do B2B. Okay. The first is walk-in sale. Let's say you start a T outlet. You get customers to you. Customers to your outlet. And you do a sale. They come and buy tea, some snack. That's called walk-in sales. Okay. So let me repeat. Let's say you have a tea outlet, be it any model. Customers walk into your outlet and then they get tea, snack. That's a walk-in sale. Delivery. That's an additional revenue, right? A lot of people will think, okay, if it's a tea outlet, it's only walk-in sale. People who come down to the outlet. But there are other revenue channels that you can create so that your profit will increase. Delivery. You can tie up with Swiggy, Zomato, Dunzo, and then list your tea brand there. Delivery through aggregators, where you can list your menu items there, be it snack or tea varieties. You have this flask which you can introduce. That's a hit among a lot of people. So that's one revenue channel. Let's say you're making 10,000 rupees in retail in walk-in sales. You can make 3,000 to 4,000 rupees or more than that, depending on your location, through deliveries. That's an additional revenue, right? And other than that, you can also do own delivery. Let's say if you have customers, regular customers, and if they can order through WhatsApp, or nowadays there are platforms where you don't need to build your own portal. These companies will come, they will create a front end for you, like a website where you can list your menu. That portal plugin will be added to Dunzo or other delivery aggregators, right? So delivery logistics partners, basically. So if customers place the order on the website, it will be redirected to Dunzo. They will come, they will pick up the food, they will provide it to the customer. So it's a complete end-to-end solution that a lot of companies have come down. You could also look at it. And if you're doing your own delivery, if you have your own delivery person, if they order through phone or through WhatsApp, then have a minimum ticket size, let's say 300 or 500, so that your economics will work. Okay. And the third option is party orders. We have done a lot of orders like this. Right? We still do it. Like, let's say, supplying it to birthday parties, corporate tea parties, where they order tea in bulk, snack in bulk. It's a good revenue. Let's say even if you do 5 to 10 orders per month on a ticket size of 1,000 rupees, right? It's going to be 10,000, 20,000 rupees extra every month, right? So you can have a small creative. You can tell the customers that you're doing this, right? So that's another revenue channel. Next is B2B. B2B, what is B2B? B2 business to business. Okay, so you still have the retail outlet. You can still do additional revenue, additional profit by delivering it to corporates. Okay, by delivering it to, let's say, if there are institutions, you can still deliver to institutions, deliver to small and mid-sized offices, there's a really good market there, right? But make sure that you get monthly or preferably weekly payments, right? Or monthly payments, whatever it is. But please be very specific. Please have clear payment terms with your company, with your corporate or institution. And it could be subscription. You ask them to pay upfront. Let's say you ask them to pay 30,000 rupees. And once you supply tea for 30,000 rupees and you ask them to recharge, it's like prepaid. Yeah, that is also a good option. Right? So I've done that in the first 1.5 years. We were doing a lot of corporate deliveries. We used to deliver 3,000 cups per day. Right? I will explain why did we shut that division after 1.5 years, the later part of the session, okay, in other sessions. But now that you understand, there's going to be a regular stream of income. Let's say you do 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh per month. Take 3-4 corporates. You assign one delivery person. That's still a good money. And B2B, again, you can set up your outlet inside a company or inside a tech park, like a pantry or a food court outlets. It could be cash and carry where people quickly come, employees will pay and then get it. That could be one model which happens in the food court outlets where we have outlets in tech parks. And it could be if you tying up with the company directly, then company will pay you, right? The same thing, again, weekly payments or monthly payments. Sometimes you might want to give it at a subsidized price, right? So whatever is the model, please focus on this, and you can still set up outlets inside companies, not necessarily only IT companies. There are a lot of manufacturing, there are a lot of companies where there are good volumes, where there are more than, let's say, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, definitely there is a good opportunity, right? And plus you can sell your snack, pre-order. There are a lot of opportunities. So those are the revenue channels, B2C and B2B. B2C is walk-in sale, as I told you, delivery through aggregators, own delivery, have a minimum ticket size, party orders. B2B is you can do deliveries daily, morning and evening. Typically, you go there during the tea time, keep the flask, come down, remove the flask which you kept the previous day, replace with another flask in the evening, take the flask that you gave in the morning, right? So likewise, you can do a lot of stuff, right? Corporate institutions have clear payment terms, and you can also set up pantry food court outlets like a cash and carry or a weekly monthly payments. Is this clear? Type RC if this is clear. Revenue channels, this is clear so far. Awesome, awesome. Super, super. Now, as I told you, you love daily exercises, very, very simple exercises to complete. Okay. So today on day 1, you're going to write a goal for a profitability outlet. What is your goal? Right. So as I told, you can still change this. Right. It's not necessary that you fix this goal. You need to stick with this. Right. So once you understand this business more, you can definitely revisit this and change that. But right now, I want you to write the goal. Right. It should be in a positive present tense. Right. It should be like you've already started and you're already running it. Right. It should not be like I intend to do that. It should be like I am already doing it. Right. So this is how you need to write. I am running my profitable modern tea outlet that is generating sales of 3 lakh, 4 lakh, or 5 lakh per month. Right? Should be in a positive present tense. Right? Once you write this, you take a printout of it, keep it in front of your workplace or at your home. You will definitely get that positive thinking, positive vibration to do this. Okay. So that happens, that will definitely work. Okay, so first task is to write your goal. It will not take more than 2-3 minutes. Okay, so there are going to be 2 tasks for today. The first one, write your profitable tea outlet goal statement. Second, business model and revenue channels. We talked about the 6 types of business models. We talked about revenue channels, B2B, B2C, what all you wanted to do. So I'm going to share you an Excel sheet, right? Our community manager will share you an Excel sheet in the group in some time, right? So go to that Excel sheet and fill that template. Go to that Excel sheet. Do not edit in the Excel sheet. You may not be able to edit. Copy that, copy the contents from the Excel sheet, open another new Excel sheet on your own, paste those contents. That's a template. Paste the template in another Excel sheet and then write down your inputs there. Okay, so B2 business model, you want to start a kiosk, mention it there. QSR, mention it there, whatever model. Revenue channels, mention whatever is the revenue channel that you are looking at. Okay, so complete that, post that on the Facebook group and also on the WhatsApp group. So WhatsApp group will be open at 3 p.m. right? So if you're on the week end batch, then it will be open the next day. You need to combine session 1 and session 2 tasks. For weekday, day 1 task alone, the session 1 task alone. So it will be open at 3 p.m. It will be open for 1 hour. Do not put anything else. We just need to put it in a format which the community manager give. See, it's an actionable program. Okay, so I'm not making it complicated. It's very, very simple. You will definitely gain a lot of confidence before you complete the workshop. That's my job, right? I wanted to give you confidence. I wanted to make sure that you guys launch your own profitable modern deodorant. Yes, can we all do this? Can we all do this? And there are going to be special gifts for all action takers, for people who complete exercises. I have a very, very special gift. I have a lot of gifts which I will share it to you post the 5-day sessions. Yes, so await for the gifts, complete all the exercises and post it in the WhatsApp and Facebook group. Yes, awesome. How many of you really power packed and excited to complete all the exercises? Type excited in the comments, please. Type excited in the comments, please. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I know you have watched this video till the end. Yes, and now that you would have learned a lot of things, right? I want you to type all the key learnings that you learned from today's session in the comments. What have you learned with respect to mindset, with respect to business models, with respect to revenue channels, with respect to opportunity? I want you to type that in the comments, please. What all you learned from today's session? What are the key learnings from today's sessions? I really mean it. I want you to type in the comments, please. Yes, so that I can be sure that you have completely gone through this in a detailed manner.